It's right behind me. Can you see it? Right there. Is that right? Am I pointing at the right thing? Does that say Orange Theory? It's there. I'm here. I got here really super duper early because I didn't really know like what traffic would be like. So at work I took all my makeup off. I changed because they don't have locker rooms here. I did think to call ahead of time because I was like, well, I'm gonna have my work clothes on and like my work stuff and all that. So I called ahead of time. I was like, do you guys have locker rooms to change? And they're like, no, we have lockers though. I'm like, okay, well. Anyway, so I took all my makeup except for my eyebrows off because I think I look weird without eyebrows, but now I think I look weird because all I have on is eyebrows. I don't know. Anyways, I'm really pumped. I'm really excited. I took my pre-workout powder. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. That was exhausting, but it was very, very good. And I'm kind of out of breath, so I don't really want to tell you guys exactly how it went down. Maybe I'll do it a little bit later. But I signed up. And I got a little swag bag here, and I got like 48 points my first time, which is like crazy. They all kept telling me how amazing that was, and I don't know if they were just like fluffing me up to get me to sign up or if that was actually true, but hey, it worked. Whatever I did, whatever they said, it worked. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna rest for a little bit and I'll tell you guys more about it later. Alright guys, I think I finally have composed myself. It's been almost 2 hours since I got home from Orange Theory. Anyways, needless to say, it really kicked my butt. It like really kicked my butt. And this is a really weird angle, I'm sorry, but I'm sitting on the floor eating my dinner. At the coffee table, I'm eating a salad. I didn't really know how else to film this video, or this snippet. See, I'm still a little bit out of it, but I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about Orange Theory. So if you already know what Orange Theory is, then you probably don't have to watch this. But if you don't know what it is, it's a special type of workout. And basically what it is about, or what it stands by, or what it... Maybe I'm still not ready to talk. Gosh, it really kicked my butt, you guys. So basically, there's 5 different zones that your heart rate could be in. You have your resting heart rate, then you have like a little bit more activity, a little bit more activity, and there's 5 levels, and the 4th level, so the higher the number, like the faster your heart rate is going. So the 4th level is what they call the orange zone, and I don't specifically know the beats per minute that makes you in the orange zone, but it's the fat burning zone. So your goal throughout the entire class is to get your heart rate to the orange zone and keep it in the orange zone. Unless you're in a break or a resting period, then you want to make sure you get your heart rate down to train your heart. So, and then the 5th zone is the red zone, which is like the super duper duper zone. I don't know any of the proper terms, you guys. You know this. I'm not very good at any of this fitness health stuff, but so that's why they call it the Orange Theory, because you want your heart rate to be in the orange zone for at least 12 minutes. Your goal is 12 minutes throughout the entire class to get your heart into that orange zone. So the Orange Theory. And so you walk into the gym. They call them gyms, but they don't look like your typical gym. Mine was actually really small. The one I went to was really small. You walk in and the building is split into 2. So the first half is like the reception desk where you check in. They have some apparel. They have a big long bench you can wait in if there's another class going. And then there's like bathrooms. And my gym, at least, or my Orange Theory gym, didn't have like locker rooms. So there wasn't like showers or like stations you can change your clothes in. It was just like a normal bathroom. They did have a tiny little shower. I don't know if I'd be comfortable showering in it, but they also really tried to accommodate you. They have like a little station, like, you know when you go out to bars or clubs and they have like those ladies in the bathroom that have like everything, like dry shampoo, makeup, perfume, like they had that there. There wasn't a lady there expecting you to tip her like bars and clubs, but they had like, you know, dry shampoo and makeup remover and deodorant, like spray deodorant, stuff like that, mouthwash, just to kind of make you feel better and or to freshen up afterwards. So that was the first half of the gym, and then there's like a glass wall that you can see into with a glass door, and that's the like workout part of the gym. So there's a whole row of treadmills. Mine had 12 treadmills, and then there's another row behind that of rowing machines. I had no idea what a rowing machine was. I didn't know what I saw it, and I was like, what is that? It's a rowing machine. I've seen treadmills before, but I've never like been on a treadmill before. Right, I know. So there's that, and then a little bit farther back, there's like the weight room. It's not a separate room, at least at my gym it wasn't a separate room, but it's like a separate part of the gym that has 12 benches, 12 yoga-ish mat thingies, 12, they call them like TMX, I think. They're like pulleys that are attached to the wall. It's like two things that you kind of can grab and like attach to the wall. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but so there's 12 of those stations, and then there's like a wall of like hand weights, like barbells, I think is what they're called, like the weights that have the two, and like you hold them, like what I was using in my little, oh, I can't see them, I was going to show you, but anyways, so that's basically what it looks like, and then there's a whole wall of mirrors so you can see yourself, and then there's 2 or 3, I guess depending on how big your gym is, giant plasma TVs. And the purpose of those is not to watch sports or anything like that, but when you walk in before you start your workout, you actually are handed a heart monitor. And the standard heart monitor, I'll show you what it looks like. So it looks like this, and it has this big kind of Velcro strap, and you strap it right underneath, well, for girls, right underneath your bra. So the heart rate monitor goes right here, and you strap it all the way around your body. So it's covered, your shirt, you know, your bra's on top of it, whatever. And the plasma TVs, or the screens, they show your heart rate throughout the entire, so you can see everybody's heart rate. You can see what zone they're in, so whether they're in the blue, the gray, the blue, the green, the orange, or the red zone, which correlates with your heart rate and your percentage of heart usage. And then you can also see calories burned. That was another thing on there. So that's the purpose of the plasma TVs. I really liked that because I have had slight heart issues in the past, and so I like to just keep an eye on my heart to make sure it's not like over exuding itself, like over 200 beats per minute, which is not the best. So anyways, so you can see everybody's heart rate, and then the class is 1 hour long. I think they have longer ones. They have 90-minute sessions, but if it's your first time, I don't recommend that. 60 minutes was way more than enough, and everybody goes at their own pace. So there is an instructor there, so there's somebody with like a headset. There's loud, upbeat music, you know, fast music. They had Justin Timberlake playing, you know, dance, 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 dance. But they had like, you know, and then they have an instructor there with a little headset and like talking to you. So everybody goes at their own pace. It's not like a spin class where they expect you all to do the same, or like a Zumba class where you have to kind of keep up with everybody. Everybody goes at their own pace, and what I mean by that, so when you walk into the gym part of things, when your class starts, you get to pick whether you want to start on the cardio side, like the treadmill or the rowing machine, or the weight side. So you pick whatever works best for you and your workout preference. I started on the cardio side. So I hopped on the treadmill, and you pick whether you want to be a power walker, a jogger, or a runner. I chose power walking. So if you're a beginner like me and you have very little gym experience, then you probably should start out as power walking. Unless you are a runner, then you can probably do that. So I started out, so the whole time I was just considered a power walker. And the instructor will walk you through what you're supposed to do. So he will say, okay, it's warm-up time, guys. Power walkers, you should be at this percentage of incline, this speed. Joggers, you should be at this percentage of incline, this percentage of speed. Runners, so on and so forth. And how long, and he'll count down. So, okay, 2 minutes of warm-up. And then he'll say 3 minutes of, I forget what they call it, power time. 3 minutes of power time. Power walkers, you should be at 6% incline and this speed, and joggers, you should be at this and no lower than this and at this speed. And of course, if that's too much for you, like, you don't have to do it. Like, do what feels right for you. And if you feel like you're about to pass out or throw up, you know, slow down. Go at your own pace. But they give you direction and intervals. So the whole purpose is you want to do high intensity interval training, which is like ups and downs. So your heart rate is supposed to kind of go on this roller coaster. So you have lows to get it into a resting period, and then it shoots up to the orange zone because you're walking really fast, or you're jogging really fast, or you're doing your power time, whatever it's called, 3 minutes of power zone time. So that's the whole thing, and you go through roller coasters, and he walks you through it. Okay, in 1 minute, we're going to do all-out time, and power walkers, you should be at a 10% incline, and joggers, you should be at 10 speed or whatever, 10 miles per hour, and then he'll count down for you, 30 more seconds, 15 more seconds, 10 more seconds. Okay, slow down, it's time to rest, 2 minutes of resting time, and so he walks you through it, right? So that's the first half of the class. And then the second half of the class, you know, or vice versa if you choose to do weights, you go over to the weight side of the room, and they have 3 different rotations, I think is what they're called. And then within each rotation, there's 3 different weight exercises. So whether that's a combination of lunges or squats or, shoot, I don't know what they're called, guys, but, you know, bicep curls and tricep crap. And they have like these graphics. So they have another TV in there in addition to the heart rate, you know, the screens where it shows you that, where it'll have like a little cartoon graphic showing you what you're supposed to do. And then in addition to that, the instructor, the same instructor, will model the exercise for you. So he or she will show you, okay, you know, you get your weight, and you get to pick the weight that you want. So if you want a 5-pound weight or a 7-pound weight or a 12-pound weight, you pick. I started with the lowest one, which was 5 pounds, because you pick it, you know, from the wall of weights. And then he'll show you how to do it, and then you should do 10 reps of this 3 times, or you should do, you know, whatever. And he'll show it for you. And if you're a beginner, like, so when I walked in, they knew I was a beginner. In fact, it was so cute. They had a whiteboard sign that said, "Welcome, Melissa G." Like, how cool is that, right? I walked in, and they had a big sign welcoming me. Like, that is awesome. That's, like, really welcoming, right, you know? So they knew it was my first time, and I told the instructor, I was like, I don't even remember the last time I've been in a gym. I've never used a treadmill before. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So he knew I was like a super duper beginner. I didn't know anybody in the class. I didn't go with a friend or anybody like that. I made friends while I was there, but like I didn't know anybody to walk me through anything, you know what I mean? So after he got done like modeling, sorry, this bra has a zipper on it. Anyways, in case you're wondering why I'm messing with my boobs. But so after he got done, I just kind of looked at him and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So he came over and he would like show me, okay, so you're going to get your weight and you're going to do this, and you know, he'll walk you through it. And if he notices you're doing it wrong, he came over and he would correct me. And they don't make a big deal. It's not like on the microphone he's like, "Melissa, you're doing it wrong." You know, he'll turn off the microphone and he'll come over and he'll say, "Hey, you know, put your feet this far apart," or lift your elbows up higher, or extend your back, push your butt out, you know, whatever it is, you know, if I was doing it wrong, which I did a lot. Or if I need help, I was like, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do next, and the graphic isn't helping me. So he walks you through it, and you go at your own pace. And if you can't finish the amount of reps that the graphic shows you, that's fine. You just do what you can do. And so that's pretty much it. And then at the very end, you do stretches. So he walks you through about 5 minutes of stretching. So you stretch out your muscles and your legs and stuff like that. And then that's it. And for your first class, at the very end, the instructor wants you to stay back so they can walk you through your progress report. So I'll insert a screenshot of my progress report, but basically it tells you how many minutes you were in each zone, how many calories you burned. You know what, okay, it's called a performance summary, but how many minutes you were in the orange or red zone, how long the class was, how many calories you burned, your average heart rate, your max heart rate, and then how many minutes you were in each zone, and they email it to you. So you can look at it, but they want to go over it with you your first time. And then they basically tell you, you know, like, this is what that means. So I was in the red zone or the orange zone for 46 minutes, which is a good thing and a bad thing. They kept telling me how good that was. So I was like, oh, you know, that's, you know, I didn't know if they were just fluffing me up to get me to sign up, because your first class is free. So I was like, okay, are they just kind of ruffling my feathers, making me, you know, feel good so I'll sign up for this membership thing? Or did I really do a good job? So I don't know, but I burned 698 calories, and they said that is crazy for girls. Usually, you know, it's really hard to get to 500, and for your first time, like, they said that that's just fantastic. But I was only in the green zone, which is like the kind of resting period, for 7 minutes. So I haven't figured out how to train my heart to slow down, like how to rest. So that's my opportunity. But besides that, like, I did a really good job apparently. So then, you know, the instructor walks you out and they tell you about signing up. So if you call ahead of time and you ask them for the rates, they don't tell you the rates over the phone, which is a sales technique. I get it, but it's really annoying. So I'll tell you what the rates are. So the basic membership is 4 classes a month, and it's $60, at least in Arizona. So it's 4 classes a month, and it's $60, which is basically 1 a week. There's the middle tier, which is I think called the elite tier, which is what I signed up for, which is 8 classes a month, so about 2 per week, and that's $100. Then you have the top tier, unlimited classes. You can go to as many as you want, and it's $160 a month. So it's quite pricey. But the way I think of it is, like, if it works and if it motivates me, then it's worth it, you know? So I signed up for the middle tier, which is $100 a month, which is a lot. But then in addition to that, you have to buy your heart rate monitor. So they want you to use this particular heart rate monitor because they can send you the progress report. They can put it up on the screen. I don't know if it's like Bluetooth. I don't know exactly how it works, but you can't just use like a Fitbit, because then they can't send you the progress reports. They can't monitor you. They can't like tell you if you're gonna die in the middle of class. So you have to buy this, and this was $100. So my first like payment that I had to pay today was like $189. Does that sound right? So it's expensive, right? But they also give you what they call a swag bag, which looks like this. It's not worth $100, that's for sure. But you get a water bottle, which will be nice because I don't have anything like that. And then a towel. I definitely recommend a towel, guys, because I was sweating. I was a sweaty beast, and I was just using my shirt, so I was going like this, and I definitely recommend bringing a towel. So that's nice. I'll wash that, and I'll bring that with me. But that's basically it. It was really good. They were really, really nice, you guys. And I was really intimidated because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never even been to a gym. The last time I was at a gym, I mean, I've gone to the gym like at my apartment complexes, and I go to UFit, which is like a little teeny tiny gym by my house. But I haven't been to like a real gym, and I haven't ever done like a class like that before, like an instructor-led class. So I was really, really intimidated, and it was really good. Like, I don't feel like I was pressured. I don't feel like anybody was watching me or judging me. Everybody was really, really nice. They're super friendly. They have kind of like a small town feel there where they know everybody's name, and it was really good. So I'm excited to do this and see how it goes and let you guys know how it goes. But I guess you're supposed to, or the average is you burn between 500 and 1,000 calories every session. I'm really snoring. So that's worth it. And as long as you make it worth it for you and you go to the sessions, you don't waste your money, then it's going to be good. Hopefully this is the turning point. I think I hit a plateau, and so this is going to help me get back into it. So now I'm eating a salad, and I really, really wanted, because I burned 700 calories, I was like, sweet, 700 calories, I can go get me a burger. But then it's like I canceled out all the calories I burned if I go and get a burger. So instead I'm eating a giant salad. So that's it. But by the time this video goes up, I will have done several Orange Theory sessions. So if you have any questions, let me know down below, and I can update you, because of course this was just my first one, but my Fitness Friday videos are like a month or two delayed just because I only do them on Fridays and I have a lot of footage. So Lily, if you have questions, let me know down below, but that's it. Y'all, it's been 3 days since my Orange Theory class, and my thighs right here hurt so bad. Oh, they hurt so bad.